All right, so let's begin the show. Good morning, everyone. I am Kanhaiya Jha on behalf of International College of Financial Planning. I welcome you, everyone, to this insightful webinar on From Zero to CFP, How to Build a Rewarding Career in Financial Planning. Today, we have the privilege of learning from one of the most respected names in the financial planning industry, Anil Chopra, sir. He is a chartered accountant and India's first certified financial planner. He is also known for bringing the CFP certification to India. With over 40 years of experience at Bajaj Capital Group, Chopra sir has been a guiding force in the financial service sector. He has played a key role in shaping the financial advisory profession in India. Chopra sir is a commerce graduate from Ramjas College, New Delhi. He is a passionate speaker, educator, and mentor. He has conducted over 1,500 plus sessions and workshops on financial planning, retirement planning, behavioral finance, and 10 pillars of Omni Life, empowering thousands of professionals and investors. Chopra sir regularly appears on G Business, Money Control, Live Mint, Economic Times, and India Today, where he shares valuable insights on wealth creation, financial security, and smart investing. Today, he will take us through the journey of becoming a certified financial planner, from starting with zero experience to building a successful and rewarding career in financial planning. The webinar will be divided into two parts. In first part, Chopra sir will share his journey, experience, and guide us through the numerous opportunities in financial planning and wealth management domain. In the second part, Vibhu sir will join and explain everything about the CFP certification, its structure, benefit, and how it can help you build a thriving career. Just a quick ground rule. We kept everyone on mute just to ensure that when Chopra sir speak, we all can hear him without any interference. But it doesn't deter you asking your question. You can always ask your question in the chat box, and we will answer every question. We will not leave any question unanswered. With this, please join me in welcoming Anil Chopra, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting my invitation. Now the stage is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Jha, and good morning, friends. Good morning, everybody. I extend you a very warm welcome on behalf of ICFP as well as Bajaj Capital for having agreed to spend, next hour and a half with us on this very important opportunity that all of us have in front of us. If we embrace it, if we understand it, if we, realize its value, then I think today can be a life-changing day for all of you. You can note down 15th February 2025 can be a life-changing day if you take some decisions based upon what we discussed today. So friends, like Mr. Jha already gave some introduction about myself, the ICFP, or the International College of Financial Planning, is a brainchild of Bajaj Capital Limited. And so I'll just take few seconds to tell you about our parent company, Bajaj Capital Limited. The company was established way back in 1964. So we are a 60-year young company, and the company was started by our senior chairman, Mr. K.K. Bajaj, from an office in Connaught Place in New Delhi. And from that one office now, we have grown to over 270 offices spread all over the country. We are present in all important towns like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bengaluru, Pune, Ahmedabad, etc. And also in other important towns like Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, Guwahati. The list is very long, more than 100 cities. And friends, today in our company, about 5,000 people are working, giving our services to our 3 million clients. And I'm sure some of you may be keen to know that what is the business of Bajaj Capital. So if I were to tell you in one line, we help our clients achieve their financial goals, right? So this is what we were doing in 1964. This is what we do today. That has not changed. In other words, guiding investors on where, when, and how to invest your hard-earned funds, right? So that in one line is our business. And as far as I am concerned, already Mr. Jha has introduced me, friends. My name is Anil Chopra. I am a chartered accountant by profession, and I am also a certified financial planner. And I don't have two, thoughts about it by sharing that I am more proud to be a certified financial planner than, being a chartered accountant. So I'll come to that in a little while from now. And friends, I joined Bajaj Capital in 1984. So I've been with the company for over 40 years now. and my current designation is Group Director, Retirement and Wealth. So, friends, before we get into our topic, may I request the attendees to share with me through the chat facility the name of the city or location from where you have joined today? That will give me some idea as to from what all different parts of the country we have our participant. We have Nipesh from Pune, Ravi, Balu sir from Chennai, welcome, and Manohar from Bangalore again. Okay, Anand from Bengaluru, a lot of people from Bengaluru today, and Sushruti is from Pune, and Vaibhav from Delhi, Amit Batra from Alwar in Rajasthan, not far from here, Balwant from Hyderabad, and Bhavya from Jamnagar. Bhavya from Jamnagar, fantastic. And we have Tripti Kalra joining from Noida. Very good. And Mukesh from Haryana, of course. Haryana is a big state, but I'm sure you must be either from Hisar or Jind or somewhere. Okay, Parveen from Chennai, great. And Chaitali from Bengaluru. Thank you so much, friends. So we have, interested people from all over the country. That makes, us very proud. Okay. So now coming to the initiation of CFP or Certified Financial Planner, which is the topic of the day. Initially, when I joined Bajaj Capital in 1984, then I tried to analyze our business as to what do we do. I've already told you that what we were doing at that time and what we do today, that has not changed, which is guiding, which is, helping our clients achieve their financial goals. But we were known as, consultants or brokers or financial intermediaries, like these kind of terms. And I was keen to know as to those who do similar business in other parts of the world, how are they doing it? How are they called? And my quest for this knowledge, global, took me, through the internet. Internet had started, in late 90s, 98, 99 or so. And then I stumbled upon this term called financial planning. And I became interested. So I did more research, and then I found that in USA, there is this something called Certified Financial Planner. And when I did more research, I found that they were doing exactly what we are doing here in India. There is not much change. The only thing is that here we were being called, like uh, financial brokers or agents, or distributors. And but I was not liking, these terms. So then uh, I thought let me go there, and so our senior, our chairman, Mr. Rajiv Bajaj, also encouraged me. He said, "Anil, you go to USA, find out more about this CFP, and then let us understand this how we can also improve and improvise our services." And that took me to Denver in Colorado in USA in November 1999. Okay, that was the uh, I would say the transformative journey, I made there. And but because we don't have so much time, I will not take you to the entire details. But to cut the long story short, I entered the office of FPSB, which is Financial Planning Standard Board, in Denver without any appointment. It was very cold there. November, Denver is in the middle of USA, if some of you know. And so people there were surprised to see me. They were wondering that what this Indian person is doing in our office. And so I gave my card. I was the CEO of Bajaj Capital. So I said, I want to meet some people to understand. So that lady took that card inside, and then I was invited. And what I was thinking, maybe just about a 10 minutes meeting that lasted for 4 hours. Yes, from 10:30 in the morning till 2:30. And so many people, around me. They started coming from different rooms and they started joining the discussion. Their director international, their director marketing, their CEO, their different, all the bosses. And because they were very keen, they were curious to know what is happening in India. And when I told them that we have a very advanced, financial services industry, so they asked me question like, "Do you have stock exchanges in India?" So I was wondering that these Americans don't even know that we have such a robust, stock exchange or stock trading thing. That was 1999, and we all know that Our stock exchanges have been there for more than 100 years now. And even Sensex was launched in 1979. So they were very impressed. And then they visited our country. I invited them, and rest is history. That is how the FPSB India was established. And our company's managing director and chairman, Mr. Rajiv Bajal, he used his network, and we invited all the chief CEOs of mutual funds and insurance companies and banks, and we formed the FPA, or the Financial Planners Association. Later on, it was converted to FPSB. And so today, friends, it's been about 20 years that, or 22 years that we have CFP movement going on in India. But still, it is only nascent stage. Just in last 2-3 years, the speed has gone up, and today we have 3,215 CFPs in entire India. Just imagine, you must have heard this statement from our Prime Minister: 1.4 billion people, 1.4 billion, right? 140 crore, 140 crore. But in 140 crore or 1.4 billion, there are only 3,215 CFPs. Now tell me, how many of you, just say yes if you want to get added to that list of 3,215 only. Yes, we have Aditya Raj, we have Nirpesh. Yes, you have the opportunity of getting onto this movement of educating Indians on how they can plan their life better, how they can achieve their financial goals, right? How they can. Yes, thank you, Mahin Kannu. Thank you, Rahul. So many yeses have come. I am feeling very encouraged. Thank you so much, friends. So now let me tell you that what is the role of a certified financial planner, right? We all know that after doing our BCom, we can do MCom and become a teacher. We can do chartered accountancy and become a CFO or an accountant in big companies, right? And we can do MBA finance, and then we can be working in some bank or some insurance company. But when it comes to CFP, here the opportunities are humongous. Here the opportunities are, multiple varieties are there. Okay. First of all, let me tell you that what is the role of CFP. Okay. So the role of CFP is exactly what I told you. What is the business of Bajaj Capital? If you remember, I told you that what is the business of Bajaj Capital? We help our clients achieve their financial goals. You remember that? Same is true for a CFP. So a certified financial planner, what does he do? His or her role is to help his or her clients achieve their financial goals. That is all. Okay. So there is a complete synchronization and similarity in what Bajaj Capital is doing and what a CFP does. But first, let me tell you what are the 4 prerequisites to become a CFP. Okay. Of course, you would like to know what is the duration of the course, how much is the fees, how you can become, all that will be answered. Okay. There are other people, they will be joining, and they will be answering all these, simple questions, that what you need to do, how much time it will take, etc., etc. But before that, let me share with you some important things which you must know if you are going to embrace this religion. I call it a religion. Financial planning is a commitment. It's not a business or a profession. It's a commitment. And I treat it at par with the medical profession. Like the medical profession or doctors, they are committed to save the lives of their patients or to cure their patients. Similarly, a certified financial planner is a financial doctor. Is a financial doctor. And as a financial doctor, it will be your fiduciary responsibility. It will be your ethical responsibility to take care of your clients' future goals and help them achieve them. Keep their risks minimum, help them grow wealth, help them create wealth, help them reduce taxes, and help them live a disciplined, long, happy, financially energetic life. So that is the role of CFP. Are you finding it exciting? If you are finding this role of becoming a financial doctor exciting, just type yes, so that I know that how many of you are typing yes. Okay, Dheeraj is happy. Nipesh is happy. Yes, Rajesh Kumar, you are an engineering graduate. You are 100% eligible. Okay. Now, let me tell you the 4 prerequisites of becoming a good certified financial planner. And there are 4 E's. E's, A, B, C, D, E, right? E. So there are 4 E's which you should concentrate upon, okay? So that all of you can become, this part of this global movement, which is helping the society to become financially literate. The first E, friends, is, which goes without saying, is education. You all agree that if you want to be a certified financial planner, you have to first educate yourself in the arena of financial planning, which means you need to educate yourself about, what are the financial goals, what are the financial instruments, how does the stock market function, what are the debt markets, what are the insurance solutions, what is health insurance, what is legacy planning, how to write a will for your client, education, right? And of course, for education, we have our ICFP. You can see Mr. Krishan Vashisht on your screen. You also heard Mr. Kanhaiya Jha, but we have a very big faculty that will be introduced to you, right? Because we are the oldest and the largest in India for ensuring and for equipping our students for becoming a certified financial planner. So education. So for which you need to enroll with our college ICFP, and there are several types of courses are there, virtual and also physical, also online, etc., etc. They will give you the details. You can become in 1.5 years also. You can become in 2 years also. Some of you can become even in 6 and 9 months also, provided you are from our financial services industry. So education is the first E, which goes without saying, right? Naturally, without education, who will trust you? And you won't be able to do anything. So education is first E. Second E is examination. Yes. So you will get study material, you will study it, you will understand it, you will practice it. But unless you pass the exam, how will the general public and the FPSB will ensure that you have actually understood the topic, that you have actually mastered the topic, right? So examination happens online. It keeps on happening. It is not like CA that exams happen only 2 times in a year. Here, I think every couple of months, online exams are happening continuously. Okay. So you have to pass the examination, and there are 4 or 5 modules are there. So our team will tell you about it. Elementary module, legacy planning module, tax planning module, investment planning, insurance planning, etc., etc. Okay. So you have to get education and you have to pass the exam. So you have 2 E's now, but it is not enough. The third E is also very important. Third E is experience. Experience. So you agree that nobody will trust you unless you have experience. It is just like, supposing there is a medical doctor, but he is just out of the college. You may not feel very confident of trusting him, isn't it? Same way for financial experts also, before you can earn the trust of your clients, they would like to see whether you have requisite experience or not, right? And so there is a requirement of 3 years work experience, which can be cut down to 1 year also. And there are other terms and conditions also, which our team will tell you. But experience is important. And if you enroll yourself for ICUFP, which I strongly recommend that you should do it as soon as this program is over. Just talk to your mom and dad or your wife or husband and immediately, get your enrollment. And once you are enrolled as a student to become a certified financial planner in next 1 or 2 years, then ICFP will ensure that you get required experience. And which is the best player? Our company where I am working, Bajaj Capital. Yes, in Bajaj Capital, we give ample opportunities. Yes, Balu Prakasam is already enrolled. Well done, Balu Prakasam. Okay, so we give ample because we have offices all over the country, and so we give opportunities to gain experience so that this third uh, requirement is also met. And some of you may already be working, maybe for example in a bank. Some of you may be working, in a financial services industry, maybe in an insurance company. So that experience is also counted. Okay. So third E is experience. So what are the 3 E's that we have talked about? Education, examination, and experience. Then the fourth E also is very, very important and very close to my heart. The fourth is ethics. Ethics. You agree? If you agree, type yes. Because here you are dealing with your client's money. Here you are dealing with your client's aspirations. Here you are dealing with your client's future goals. You are dealing with your client's family's financial future. So you have to be very ethical. You have to take care of your client's interest. And there may be some conflict. Conflict can be, yes, Subrat, you have 16 years experience in bank. Subrat Samal, if you don't become a CFP in next 1 year or 2 year, I will be disappointed. Okay, Subrat. So I hope you will not disappoint me. Right, Subrat? I hope you are listening to me. Okay. If you already have 16 years experience, then you will be a better person as soon as you become a CFP. So ethics. Ethics means keeping clients' interest above your own interest. There may be some conflicts in the, when you start practicing, because there are certain financial solutions where you are remunerated in a different manner, where you get high commissions. But if that is not good for your client's financial health, then you have to restrain from using that. We have Siddharth Babu, 28 years experience in banking. Lovely. Let me tell you, we have examples of people even in their 60s also. Even if somebody is retired from a bank at 64, even at that age also, we strongly recommend that you become a CFP now because you may live up to 100 years and you can practice. Right. Yes. So Aditya Raj, you are a chartered accountant. Fantastic to know you. Yes, Ashok Singh, you have 4 years experience. All of you already have the prerequisites: education, examination, experience, and ethics. Okay. Now, friends, when it comes to the potential, right? Uh, where do certified financial planners? What are the opportunities for them? After you become a certified financial planner, after you pass the exam and you have the experience, so obviously you can choose one out of the two. One is becoming a professional, second is joining a company, as an employee, etc. So if you want to start your own practice, just like doctor can start working in a hospital or can start his own clinic, similarly as a certified financial planner you can start your own practice, right? By starting your own firm, and then enrolling clients, first going to your natural market, then by word of mouth people will start coming to you, and sky is the limit, right? You may start with 10, 15, 20, 25 clients, and then as your clientele grows, then you will have to add more people under you. You can employ young CFPs and you can grow your practice. So that is one way. So that means you become an entrepreneur. Okay, that is just like, because you are not reporting to anybody, you are your own boss, right? And you are advising your clients and you are growing your practice. So that is one very popular way of setting up your life after you pass the exam. The second, which a lot of people find it very comfortable, is to go and join, a big wealth management company like Bajaj Capital. In our company itself, we have close to 50 CFPs working, right? And we are always looking for more CFPs. For us, CFPs, door is open, because we have huge requirements, right? And then, like us, there are so many other wealth management companies also. There are so many other banks where you can work. All the good banks like uh, Axis Bank, or BNP Paribas, or State Bank of India. All the, or even MNC bank like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, etc. They're always looking for certified financial planners. Then also you can get great opportunities in all the BFSI sector, like all the mutual funds, Kotak Mutual Fund, Birla Mutual Fund, Tata Mutual Fund, and also in the insurance companies, HDFC Life Insurance, or Aegis Federal Life Insurance. There are 30 life insurance companies. There are so many banks are there. So this entire BFSI sector would be happy to take you in. And let me tell you here one thing, that in our industry, which is as a certified financial planner, you will not be unemployed even for one day. Okay, Mrunal Parekh. Okay, Anand Ray, you will not be unemployed even for one day, because there is huge requirement. Only 3,215 in entire India. Just imagine. What a lovely profession to get into. You are in huge demand. Okay. So you can choose. which employer you want to get associated with, and then grow with them. But please remember, you have to be ethical. You have to continuously update your knowledge. You have to keep yourself abreast. Okay. So what are the various services which a financial planner give? That also let me tell you what is actually what a financial planner does with its clients. So first is that we do a discovery meeting. So you must be thinking, what is this discovery meeting, right? Discovery meeting is initial meeting, first meeting with the client, and where you get to know the client, where you ask him all the questions, which means what are the client's current investments, what are the client's future investment goals, when will he need money for his children education, when will he need money for his daughter wedding, for example, when is he going to retire. So this is a discovery meeting where you discover your clients. You understand what is his risk appetite, when will he need how much money. This is something very similar to a homeopathy doctor. So have you ever been to a homeopathy doctor? Have you noted that they ask too many questions? Have you noted they ask too many questions before they tell you any medicine? But of course, homeopathy doctor, it's just an example to explain to you. This is much more intense. Financial planner and the client. This is much more, requires a lot of, fiduciary responsibility, because he or she is opening up their entire life in front of you, that when are they going to retire, whether they have their own house or not, how much EMI they are paying, how much children tuition fee they are paying, how much tax they are paying. So this is the discovery meeting. After you understand their needs and goals, then you start giving them the solutions. And what are the solutions? Solutions can be investment solutions, which may be fixed income, which may be mutual fund, which may be equity, right? Which may be balance advantage fund, etc., etc. And then there are protection solutions, which may be health insurance, which may be term plan, which may be whole life insurance, which may be annuity options, which may be NPS, etc. So these are the things on which you need to be an expert. And then very important expectation from a certified financial planner is that you should be tax expert. Okay, Mrunal Parekh, you should be tax expert. Okay, Parna S, because income tax planning is something integral, right? Whether you should go with old tax regime or you should go with new tax regime, how you can reduce your taxes, without being non-compliant, right? So these are some of the basic expectations. Then the other important expectation from a certified financial planner is that you should also be able to advise him or her or your client on legacy planning, on how to pass on wealth to your next generation. Do you find it interesting? Do you find it exciting now? You will also be expected to write a will. Yes, you have to advise your clients how they should, take stock of their total wealth and how they should divide it between their one or two children or spouse or whatever, because every person has a specific requirement. So that also is part of the Naman Gupta is asking, what is the average salary of fresher CFP? So fresher CFP, I would say it will not start anything anywhere less than 6 lakh rupees. That is the minimum. Minimum, I would say bare minimum is 6 lakh rupees, 50,000 rupees a month. But very soon, with little bit of experience, you will be more than 1 million, will be more than 10 lakh rupees. And if you are a CFP with 5 years or 10 years experience, then you can be earning anywhere even 50 lakhs, even 1 crore rupees also in a year. And if you are in your own practice, then sky is the limit. But you asked me for the beginning. Beginning, I would say, is about 6 lakh rupees, the first year itself for fresher. Okay. So I told you what all you will be needing as a process when you are advising your clients. So you will be doing investment planning, which is fixed income, variable income, etc. Then you will be doing protection planning, which is you know vehicle insurance, travel insurance, health insurance, life insurance, term plan, etc. And you will also be doing tax planning, including capital gains, etc. And then finally, you will be doing the legacy planning also, or how to transfer your wealth, to your next generation. Obviously, I can go on and on and on because this is like an ocean. this entire world of finance and how you deal with clients, right? But here I still have about 10 minutes. So let me share with you some, basic fundamental rules of how to become a successful, practitioner or a successful CFP, how to be very good wealth manager, how to be an excellent planner, right? So what are the requirements? So there are five requirements. There are five skills required in order to become a very, very good financial planner or a wealth manager. So if I were to ask you, let me see what comes to your mind. Let me see what comes to your mind. What are the uh, there are five skills which are very important in order to become a good planner or a manager or a financial doctor. Let me see what comes to your mind if I were to pick on your brains. Ethics, yes, ethics is very. Why CFP not compulsory? CFP will be made compulsory. Empathy, yes, yes. Communication skill, Dheeraj Bafna, fantastic. Selling, Anand is not a good answer. Diligence, trust, technology, analytic mind, lovely answers. All answers are fantastic. I'm very impressed by great listening skills. Mir Majithia, you are fantastic. And Maheen Kannu, lovely answer. You have already picked up my answers. Mrinal Parikh, listening skills. Ajay Patil, good knowledge. Fantastic, good knowledge. Okay. So I told you five, but you have given me 20 answers. Lovely answers. Okay. Let me quickly tell you the five important prerequisites to be a successful financial planner. Okay. And all these five have already come here. The first one is knowledge, like Rajesh Kumar is writing, right? Knowledge. Obviously, without knowledge, you can't do anything, right? So, but as a certified financial planner, once you become, you already will have a lot of knowledge about the various, areas in which you need to be expert, but you need to keep yourself updated. It is not important that you know that what knowledge is. Important is what are the sources of knowledge. Okay. So what are the sources of knowledge? One is of course our CFP study material, but apart from that, websites of all the important financial services company, Bajaj Capital website, ICICI Prudential website, Reserve Bank of India website, Income Tax Department website, right? FPSB website. So these websites, insurance company website, they are the sources of knowledge. Then the literature, all the mutual fund companies, all the equity research companies, all the banks, they are publishing, their literature. So if you study those literature, that will enhance your knowledge. Then reading pink newspapers like Economic Times or Business Standard, that will enhance your knowledge. And then watching business channels. If you spend half an hour, 1 hour every day watching ET Now or G Business, or CNBC Award, that will. So knowledge is something which is very important. Okay. But knowledge is something, if you have knowledge, that itself is not enough. You agree? Just knowledge is not enough. Then four more skills are required. Second skill, friends, is some people already wrote is communication skill. You agree? Knowledge is of no use unless you can communicate it, right? So you need to be very articulate and you must know at least three languages. Okay, at least three languages. Okay, Rajesh Kumar, three languages means, for example, Hindi, English, and maybe Marathi. Hindi, English, and Bengali. Hindi, English, and Marathi, right? Like Hindi, English, and Punjabi. So that you are able to speak a language which your client understands better, right? So you don't have to speak the language which you know best. You may be very good at speaking English, but your client probably wants to talk in Kannada. Or the lady is sitting and standing in front of you, maybe wants to speak in Marathi or Punjabi. So if you know and if you talk in that language which your client understands, that is where you'll be able to transfer your knowledge in a very, very sophisticated manner. Easily you will be able to convince. So communication skills, uh, by having mastery on at least three languages and quickly converting your uh, communication in the language which your client understands. You will agree that even within English also there are different levels. There is a Queen's English where you speak very highly sophisticated words. Then there is normal general talk English. Then there is English, right? So depending upon what your client wants, you speak that language. So that is communication skills. But if you have great knowledge and you have fantastic communication skills, Still, you can't be a good financial planner unless you have the remaining three skills. The third one is listening skills. A lot of you wrote listening skills. Unless you listen to your client, you can't advise him. You agree? In my opinion, listening skill is more important than communication skill. Yes, listening skill is more important than communication skill. Supposing you do a 30 minutes meeting with a client, half an hour meeting, and if in that half an hour meeting, if 20 minutes you are speaking and 10 minutes your client spoke, it is a useless meeting. Yes, it will not do you any good. That means you have failed. That means you have been speaking more, which means you are nervous, which means you are trying to impress him by your own, whatever you have crammed inside you. No, 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 that is not required. A good meeting is a meeting where if it is half an hour meeting, you speak less than 10 minutes and your client speaks more than 20 minutes, which means you have asked some open-ended questions and you are listening, absorbing. More you will absorb, more better you will be able to advise him. Okay, so we discussed three skills: communication skills. First was knowledge, then communication, then listening. The fourth is interpersonal skills, social skill. You should be personality, you're smiling person. Okay, the client should feel as if he has made a friend, as if somebody from his own family is advising him. So that the ultimate is that when a client starts inviting you for his son's birthday or for his daughter's wedding, that means he has given you now that much status in his or her life that he treats you as a very important person in his life because you are helping him client achieve his client's financial goals. Okay, so intercommunication, interpersonal skills, you should be a very forthcoming, friendly person, smiling person, positive person, right? And taking interest in not only the money matters but also the other matters. When you meet your client, say at his home, and you see his son, if you ask, "Oh, sir, very smart kid, very which school is he going?" Right? So if you do this kind of talk, or you see a pet and you discuss a little bit about the pet, that is where the client will start liking you more. That is where the client will see a good friend in you, and his trust will be built. Okay, so this is the interpersonal skills. But supposing you have all these four things, you have knowledge, you have communication skills, you have listening skills, you have interpersonal skills. If you don't have the fifth skill, you will still not be able to successful. Yes, you have 80%, but that last 20% is the killer. If you don't have that skill, sorry, you will fail. Now tell me, which is that fifth skill I'm talking about? Let me see if somebody can just think of that. What is the fifth skill? Very, very, very important. You have fantastic knowledge. You have great communication skills. You are very good listener, and your personality is very magnetic. But what is the final thing? Empathy, Mahalakshmi is writing. Good English word. Maheen is saying trust. Yes, trust is also important. Confidence. See, confidence comes from knowledge. Closing skill. So closing again is a very selling type of a word. We are not discussing here too much of selling. Closing remarks, qualification, ethics, mindset, client interest. Yes, Bhavik Mukesh. Problem solving, upgrading. Yes, I am also learning from you. See, I ask these questions so that I can also learn something from you. Okay, right. So giving right solution to client or company, upgrading. Okay, so thank you so much, friends. All are fantastic answers. Okay, Himanshu Gaggar. Okay, Dheeraj Bafna. Okay, Shivangi Madam. All are fantastic answers. But let me tell you what I was referring to. The fifth is fire should be there. The fifth is service attitude. Yes, friends, service attitude. You may feel, what is the service attitude? Yes, service attitude is the killer. If you have a great service attitude, that even if your first four skills are a little bit lower, say only 70-80%, you will still be able to be very successful in your profession. But if you have fantastic first four skills, but if service attitude is not there, then I'm afraid you will fail. And let me clarify this with the help of an example. Then only you will understand what is the service attitude. Let me tell you. Okay. So, for example, you are advising your clients and you have understood his requirement, you have listened him well, okay, and then you suggest some good insurance solutions, and he gives you a call, He says, come Chandan Makhija, sir, Mrunal Parikh, please come. I have filled the form. This 5 lakh rupees life insurance, I want it. What you will do? You will go running. You will be very quick because you are going to start a relationship. You're going to get business, right? Which is normal. Everybody will do that. But supposing the same client, after 1 month, he or she calls you, Mrinal, please come. I am changing my address. All these 20 investment which I have done, please write to them that they should change my address. Now, how much running will you go? Will you go immediately like you went last time? Or you will think now it will take me 2 hours, doing all this letter writing, this form filling, and I will not get any revenue out of it. But that is where the service attitude comes. Okay. So when you rush to a client, whether he's giving you some business or he expects some service, or supposing there is a death in the family, they want transmission. So transmission will not give you any revenue, but you will have to do a lot of paperwork. Supposing client says, please come, I want to redeem 50 lakh rupees from various investments because my son is going abroad, I have to pay for his fees. Now this will require a lot of time, work, paperwork, etc., etc. So that is the service attitude. That when you uh, treat your client equally, when he is giving you revenue or when he is just giving you some other work, that is where you will win the trust of the client, and he or she will never leave you, and he or she will even give you references without even you're asking for it. Okay, right. Thank you, Ria Jeswani. Thank you, Chandan Makhija. So, I hope, Chandan Makhija, you understood the kind of service attitude that I was referring to. The service attitude is that if client has a complaint against a company and you fight for him, you know that this is time consuming, but that is what is service attitude. Okay, so friends, with that, the time is 12:30. And let me tell you, I have thoroughly enjoyed meeting all of you. And I would strongly recommend, once again, all of you to consider and today only enroll yourself for this fantastic opportunity which is there in front of you. Embrace this as your religion. Become a certified financial planner as soon as you can and join the bandwagon, and you will have a very fulfilling career. You will have, a fantastic life ahead of you, and you will always feel proud of yourself. You'll always have a lot of satisfaction because the kind of work which CFP do, that is enhancing the value in their clients' lives. Thank you so much, and over to back to Mr. Kanaya and
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
And I believe all have enjoyed this session. Now, I would like to invite Vibhu sir to explain about the CFP curriculum and all the detail for CFP.
Okay, I'll take your leave. As I told, I have some other commitment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ganaya. Okay, guys. So I think you had a very eventful session from Mr. Chopra. Anil sir, is always a pleasure to hear from him. It gives you a different level of confidence in terms of, if most of the times we are confused in terms of whether to do something or not, right? So at those times we need this level of clarity in terms of how to proceed or whether to proceed or not, right? So he has explained you about the curriculum, the various things that you will do, and the stuffs that you require in terms of becoming successful, and also the different career opportunities. So I will take a small 10-15 minutes of your time in terms of explaining the curriculum, the certification, how does it work, and what are the different scopes that we will have in CL. Uh, my name is Vibhu. I don't know, Kanaya, if you had introduced earlier. So I'm a CFP myself. So I'm also an alumnus of ICOFP. I'm based out of Chennai. And I would say I'm a very, very proud alumnus of ICOFP because I've been a student. I've attended programs where Kanaya had conducted. I've attended programs where Christian has spoken to me for enrolling. I've gone through the journey. So you will hear from someone who has started the journey from the other side and kind of completed the entire journey. I completed my CFP in 7 months. And today I'm also associated with ICOFP at multiple levels, right? So the world of opportunity is for us to take, as Mr. Chopra had said. So let me just share this screen, okay, and run you guys through this PPT, which will talk about the CFP certification. You will understand the curriculum and okay. So I hope you guys are all able to see my screen, right? Right. Okay, so CFP obviously, like the mutual fund industry in our country is growing at a very rapid speed. I hope you guys are all aware that we have about 68 lakh crores. The markets are still falling, but still people are not exiting. There's a lot of domestic money which comes month on month, which is holding the market. Yes, of course, we will be affected. The market cannot go in a single direction all the time, but we are still doing a great job as a market in terms of standing this volatility. So when there is more money, when there is more participation in the market, we need responsible people. We are all like doctors. We are like lawyers. Like, if there is a surgeon who is holding a knife in his or her hand, he or she should be qualified enough to be able to do the surgery. So likewise, if someone puts the responsibility of handling their money in our hands, we should be having all the skills which Mr. Chopra was mentioning, but we should also bring the element of official formal certification, which is recognized in 27 different countries. And that's not a joke. In CFP, if you say CFP US, my own brother, he works for Wells Fargo Bank in USA. He lives in Minnesota. He's now an American citizen. He's been living there for like last 30 years. So 6 months back, he had come down to Chennai. So I had met him. So I said, like, he said, just casually asked me what's been happening and stuff like that. So I just said, like, I just completed my CFP. So he was very surprised. He was very happy because in US, if you are a CFP, the minimum salary that you're talking about is $100,000. Obviously, the dynamics in US is different, but I'm just giving you this example in terms of the level of respect that this program brings to the table is humongous. It's recognized in 27 different countries. And why it is so? Because, it's the world's topmost certification in personal finance. Personal finance is today, if you open Instagram, if you open, Facebook, there are a lot of people who are advising about personal finance in 30 seconds reel or in 15 seconds video. It's not the right way to do it, right? Because my personal finance is something personal to me, and Kanya's personal finance is something personal to him. So likewise, each one's personal finance is personal to each of us. We all have the different level of risk appetite. We have like different goals, different aspirations. We all are of like different age groups. So we need our curated, specific, personalized advice in terms of how to go about things in life. So personal finance is very, very personal. That's why the name itself has got the word personal finance. So it is the world's topmost certification because see, honestly, let me tell you, if you sit in front of someone, let's just imagine you are the client. Okay, you are sitting in front of someone and someone is talking to you as being a financial planner. Will you open up with him or her if you don't get that confidence that the person is qualified enough? You will not open up because at least from an Indian societal point of view also, we have a lot of psychological limitations in terms of opening up about finance, right? Because we think it's very personal to us. How much we earn, what is our loans, and what are the different investments that we have already done, what is our future goals, like, educating the daughter in US or marrying off the daughter in grand manner or something like that. These are all very societal things. I will not open up with someone if I don't trust or if I don't have that confidence that the person is qualified enough and is also able to demonstrate what is required for me from a personal finance angle. This course exactly brings that. I'm an investor myself. I'm an HNI investor myself. I studied CFP not from a career point of view, but just to enhance my own views about my own portfolio, which I've been managing for the last 8 or 10 years. Through the banking channels is what I do, but I take the decisions. I started studying about CFP, then I fell in love with it completely to understand what is asset allocation, to understand what is risk, how to measure risk, how to optimize risk, how to protect my portfolio against the different situations, how to have efficiency over my portfolio, Then once you practice all that, then you are able to also radiate that confidence. Once you also able to go through the entire thing, then you bring that confidence. So this certification puts you in a position to be able to get that confidence, you know. So it's very important, and it has got almost like 4 levels of program. It's a 4 level program. As I said, I did this program in regular pathway because I'm an engineer by profession and I have not worked in BFSI earlier. So I did the regular pathway, which had 4 levels, but I did all the 4 levels in about 7 or 8 months without any break. I cleared them all in my first attempt. So it is possible if you're persistent, and even if you're not from this background. I am, although I've been investing, but I'm not been a commerce student myself, or I've not worked in a BFSA sector, but I was able to relate to it because it's all about money, right? So who doesn't love money? So wealth building is what it is. So if some of you have the doubt that, you know, I'm a science student, you can be any student. You can be an art student, you can be a science student, but what is important is you should have the keenness to learn. You should have the hunger. You should have the appetite, because nothing is going to come and sit in your laps. You have to take that effort, because professional certification involves a lot of self-study. And if you do that self-studying, we will enable you. If you do 30 percentage, we will lift you up to that 100 percentage. But 30 percentage efforts is needed from you, so that we will be also be able to raise you. And whatever you learn on your own is always going to stay with you for life. So it's a 4-in-1 certification program. It's ideal for students, professionals, you know, the career opportunities that we have talked about. It caters to a very wide variety of audience. Like I studied for my own personal reasons in terms of enhancing or understanding my own portfolio. Now, someone else might be studying for a hardcore career opportunity. Someone else might be already in a bank working in some role. He or she might be doing it for upskilling themselves to get a promotion. Someone else might be an MFD. He or she might be doing it to kind of enhance or, you know, widen their understanding. So it depends, and the program caters to every one of us. That's the beauty of this, because personal finance, just like they say, like all rivers lead to the sea, right? We all can be different. We all can have different objectives. But the end is the personal finance. This program is so beautifully crafted that it takes you there so that you become the expert in that personal finance, right? So it takes 6 to 12 months to study. You know, as I said, or, you know, I took like 7 or 8 months, but it depends. But on average, it takes about 6 to 12 months to do this program, including the 4 levels of the program. So obviously, to join the program, you don't have to be, you know, a graduate or anything, but to get you certified, you have to be a graduate, and if you have to have also a minimum 3 years of working experience in BFSI and 1 year of certification. And with regards to the qualification to get the CFP, this to get the CFP mark is after you clear all the 4 levels. To join the program, which is what you guys will all do by enrolling for the program today, you don't need to be a graduate. Okay. And to get more insights into very specific one-to-one situations of whether you are eligible for it or not, even after clearing all the levels, you can always reach out to the counselors who will be getting in touch with you after this program. So you can get it discussed with them, you can get it clarified with them. Okay, but they're all you know, well qualified enough to answer you on that, so don't worry. So to join the program, you don't need to be a graduate, you just need to be a minimum 10 or a +2 pass, and then 18 plus years of age. And as I said, no restrictions. You can be from arts, commerce, engineering, even medicine. There are a lot of doctors who take up CFP and study because they want to kind of, you know, invest well, and also in advice to their set of doctors. So I have even seen doctors taking up CFP and study, you know? So, but to get the CFP mark, you need to be a graduate and you should have a 3 years of experience in BFSA sector. So as I said, our team can help you identify that in terms of how to go about it. And this is the investment planning, like, you know, the different levels, what are the curriculum which is there. So as Mr. Chopra was also saying, so you should be able to cater to the different needs of your clients, right? Which is about tax planning. We have the tax planning here. We have the retirement planning, because these days everyone wants to do a FIRE, right? Which is financially independent, retire early. People at 45 want to retire. People at 40 want to retire. People at 48 want to retire. Traditionally, it used to be like, I was having a conversation with my dad. He's now 84. 2 weeks back, he was telling me that why is there so much of hangama about retirement planning these days? We also used to retire. We also used to live our lives very peacefully. But why there is so much of fuss around retirement planning? I said, in your life, how much of jobs you did? He said, I did only one job. I joined my college as a professor. I retired as a HOD. I was my HOD in that same college for about 30 years. I said, today people don't stay in a job for more than 2 or 3 years. And the other aspect is he worked till he was like 58. But these days people want to retire at 40. They want to retire at 45. They have lifestyle choices which are different. So the whole pressure on the ecosystem, the whole pressure on the society, if you are a financial advisor, if you're not able to talk about retirement planning, then you're not there. So you have to talk about retirement, you have to talk about taxes, you have to talk about the legacy planning, which Mr. Chopra was highlighting, which is the estate planning, and you have to talk about the different investment products. You have to talk about what are the different risks which are there, and this program covers all of this in a beautiful manner. And in the final level, you will be also giving a case study presentation. You will prepare a financial plan for a case study which is being given to you. And that plan also has to be approved for you to get CFP certified. And that's like a real life experience. You'll be given an imaginary scenario that there is a client, they have a daughter, they have a son, you have to do their education planning, marriage planning, and stuff like that. So you have to prepare all that and submit it to the board for their review. So it's a very all-round, final, well-rounded program which will make you more qualified. It will give you the confidence to meet clients, and it will also create the confidence in clients to be able to share their personal financial aspects with you, which is the most important aspect. What is the use if I'm a CFP and if I'm not able to open up, or if the clients are not able to open up with me because I'm not able to demonstrate my skills? If you become a CFP, automatically you will get that level of confidence to be able to express and talk the relevant things, so that the clients will be able to open up with you on very, very personal financial aspects of their life. That's the success of a financial planner, right? So this is setting the benchmark of excellence, essential soft skills. All of this comes because of the knowledge, because of the syllabus, because of the coverage, which is so wide. It has a behavioral finance. It has a international flavor to it in terms of what happens around the world. So it gives you a 360-degree view. Because what if you have an NRI client who is in Dubai? He's going to ask you, sir, what if I can invest in this gift city, which is in Ahmedabad? There is a lot of rule changes. There is a lot of relaxation which has happened. What if I want to have the capital gains which is exempted because I'm not paying any tax in UAE? The recent rule before a year or so has changed. So what if you have an NRI client? What if you have an NRI client who's in US, who wants to invest in the domestic mutual funds here? So you will be able to understand all that. You will be able to cater to all that needs if you become a CFP professional, so that you also have the opportunity to be recognized by those NRI clients. Because trust me, guys, CFP is recognized in 27 different countries. So it's going to put you at a different level when you cater to NRI clients, right? And regarding the career opportunities, these are the different career opportunities that you would have. So let me just kind of make this slightly bigger also, so that you're able to see. Okay. So as I said, it's in tax planning, retirement planning, estate, fund management, financially advisory services, financial products, designing and marketing, general insurance, life insurance, wealth management, private banking, investment consultancy, portfolio management, and insurance products. These are names, but you have the scope. See, end of the day, we have to see what will work for us. In the city where we come from, what will work for us? We will always have our own plan, but we have to see if our overall plan is getting aligned with the overall opportunity which is available for us, which is going to make you enroll for this program right after the session is over, right? So you guys can take a look at this. I'm sure it will somewhere merge and sync with the kind of thoughts that you have been having in terms of attending this session, in terms of having the thoughts about doing the CFP program. I'm sure this slide will somewhere merge with what you have in mind. I'm very confident about it, because if you have taken the efforts on a weekend to be in this session, then I'm sure you are going to fit into any of these one bills or something which is beyond, but this is just an improvised form. Like, as I said, NRI client in Dubai, you want to be an NRI specialist, you have a network. Let's say someone is in Kerala, the people living outside the country is more than the people living inside the country there, right? So that if you are a financial planner in Kerala and if you want to cater to NRI needs, that's a very great thing to do, right? What is wrong in it? And if you're a CFP, then there is nothing better than that, to be able to qualified enough to cater to that clients. So that becomes under the financially advisory services, that comes under investment consultancy. Only the clientele is different, but the scope is comprehensive. You will fit in, you will be able to attach, or you will be able to set the direction in terms of how you want to go about it, given the overall scope. Okay. So as I said, I speak to people who kind of call me when they want to kind of ask. They also reach out to me in LinkedIn saying that, sir, what is CFP? How is this? And etc. All that stuff, right? So I always say, see, if you have to choose, or if you are contemplating, or if you're thinking about whether to do CFP, you can have 1,000 thoughts, you can have 1,000 questions, you can have hundreds of discussions with different people. But the moment you are attending this session, all of that ends, because you are going to do CFP, and you are going to do it with us. Because why? Is because when I say with us, it gives me a lot of sense of pride in saying that, because as I said initially, I've been a student of ICOFP, and today I'm also associated with ICOFP. I'm a mentor for the fast track challenge pathway students who are PFSA professionals who come and appear straight away to the final level of exam. So I also take a lot of efforts across the different levels. So it gives me a lot of pleasure, because I enjoy teaching professionals in terms of the personal finance. That's an opportunity for me to share my knowledge. So whenever I say why ICOFP, I can talk about 100 different things. Like, I can talk about the mock test, I can talk about the course material which is available, I can talk about the live classes which are going to happen in Zoom, and the recording of those classes right after the classes are over. Within 1 or 2 days, it will be uploaded into your portal. You will have mock tests, you will have individual attention in terms of WhatsApp groups to be able to cater to your needs, all of this. And I can say 15 or 20 different things also. But what stands out for me personally, if you ask me, is the human touch that we bring. What is that human touch? Any single student in ICOFP, you can talk to anyone who is already studying there. Can any single person say that this institute doesn't, or the college doesn't take that kind of an effort to cater to the personal needs? It is not possible. We take as much as efforts as possible, humanly possible, to be able to cater to the individual needs of students across. And here we are talking about concurrently, we have about 450 to 600 or even 700 students who are studying in different levels. So we make an effort. And I have been answering questions. Even last night, I can show in the WhatsApp, like I have answered someone at 12:30 in the night. I was awake, I was working on something. It's not that I was waiting for their message. I was working on something, and the message came, and I just replied, because the person is appearing for exam next week. She's appearing for exam on Feb 24th, the final level of exam. So she had a doubt, because I had taken a session in the evening from 6 to 9, a 3-hour session for revision. So she had asked a question basis that, and since I was working on something, I could reply. And that's the human touch. And I can say that with confidence, no other education provider in India can do this. This is not about money. This is something very, very human value in terms of the personalized approach. This cannot be replaced by any other educational provider other than ICOFP in India. And I can say this with confidence as being a student of the same very college, and also being associated here at multiple levels with the same college now. Okay, so we are the oldest, and we are the largest, and we have the infrastructure. Just imagine the amount of question papers, the amount of repository, the amount of students that we would have seen, the amount of question patterns that change, the amount of module changes that the board had done over the last so many years. We have been a part of the entire journey. We understand it. We are always on top of it, or at least we rather try to be on top of it because we take the effort to understand it and educate our students, which is the most important thing to be doing, right? So we do all that with the human touch, and that's going to be a very big differentiator. And obviously, we have a great passing percentage. Last cycle of level 4 and all, I had about 85% of passing percentage for the regular pathway students. So which which is one of the highest in the country. So we have a great team in doing that. So, but also we have the cooperation of the students also who put in that hard work to be able to make it possible, right? So this is the faculty list that we have. Obviously, I'm also there here. We have Madhu Sinha ma'am who sits in Bombay. She's the dean of the college. All of the professors, all of us are very, very qualified in terms of handling the curriculum, handling the content, and our dean was also awarded the Educator of the Year 2023-24 in the event which was held last September in Gift City in Ahmedabad. Like FPSP had organized that. So she was awarded the Educator of the Year for the year 2023-24, right? So as I said, we have the virtual live classes, we have the e-learning classes, which are on the pre-recorded videos. That's like an LMS that you get. So you have different options to be able to study with us. And even for e-learning classes, these days we are taking initiatives at least, once in a month or some kind of a periodic manner to be able to connect with students. I conduct town halls every Wednesday to be able to connect with students. I also conduct some sessions time to time, not so regularly like the virtual live classes. Then the difference doesn't exist, right? Because but still we don't leave them unattended. We make sure that they're also in the progress at different stages of their studying, and we also cater to their doubts and questions, and we help them in terms of plan their strategies to be able to clear the exam. All of it boils back to the human centric approach which I said, which we have, and that's not replaceable by money. Any amount of money we can charge, but we still don't charge that because we do this as a service in terms of educating as many students or as many people as possible, because we take more efforts. Of course, we charge money, of course, we take money, but why I say as a service is because if I take X amount of money from the human centric approach that I have in terms of the service I deliver 10x than that money. That money is not measurable. The service which I do, which a student is able to get an answer to a question at 12:55 in the night, cannot be replaced by money, right? That's a very human sentiment. That's a very human centric value. But that's what we bring to the table. That's what is the differentiator with you talk about ICO. Okay. Concept book, workbook, projects, preview videos, world-class LMS. You will get your own login access and stuffs like that within 1 week. Krishan and his team will send you the login credentials for the LMS and the portal login and stuffs like that. Online mock tests you have, personalized mentors who will be able to talking to you and you can ask your questions. And we will have weekly doubt clearing sessions and case studies for practice assignments. As I said, we have 20 different things, and I'm not saying this from any angle of pushing anything. I have been experiencing this as a student, and I have also come here and designed a lot of changes, a lot of improvisations, because we all evolve with life, right? So we bring about a lot of, as we speak, we are also trying a lot of things to be able to make it more and more and more better, right? To be able to facilitate students to pass the certification or to clear the certification. Okay, so this is the FPSP board fee for the regular pathway. When I say board fee, this is the fee that the student will be paying directly to FPSP India. We do not have any role in this. This is a registration fee or e-book fee or exam fee or financial planning assessment fee, the specialist certification fee. Every line item which is mentioned in this slide is FPSB's board fee. This is not, and you will be paying to them directly. We are not going to be involved in the financial transaction also. Even as I said, when I was a student, I was paying these fees directly through my credit card to FPSB India, and ICOFP is not involved in this. So this does not have any bit of revenue for us. This is a direct transaction, commercial, financial transaction that you will have with FPSB directly. And this is got, whether you're doing with us or doing with anyone, these figures remain constant until and unless it's changed by FPSB India. So, okay, so this is a fee which you will pay to the board. Okay. So the pathway, fast track pathway, as I said, you can come straight away to the level 4 if you are a BFSA professional, if you have a postgraduate degree, and if you have been having a work experience which is for 3 years plus or 5 years plus. It's not clearly mentioned here, but 3 years of prior work experience in BFSA sector. So if you have a 3 years BFSA work experience, and if you have a postgraduate diploma, or if you have the CA or the other aspects which are being mentioned here, then you are eligible for a fast track. In life, you have like a normal track, fast track, right? But some counters you can go like a special darshan. You take a ticket and you go for a special darshan. So like that here, this is not based on money, but this is based on your qualification. If you are qualified already, then the board trusts that you don't have to do all the levels. You can go straight away to the 4th level. That is called the fast track. So yeah, I'm the chief mentor for the fast track students of ICOFP. So I understand how these guys bring that, what is their sentiment and what is the kind of changes and stuffs which they have to do when they have to attend this program as a student. Shifting the mindset from being a professional to a student, it's always a tough thing to do, right? But if you have the eligibility, and if you have the educational plus the work experience eligibility, then you will be eligible for the fast track program. Okay. And as I said, our team can help you, advise, they can kind of help you validate the information, whether individually you are eligible for fast track or not, depending upon candidate to candidate. So you don't have to worry about it. It's not going to be in dark. Once you speak to our counselors right after the session, they will be able to get you that confirmation directly from the board in a day or two if needed, to be able to say whether you are eligible for it or not. Okay. So obviously we bring a lot of changes, a tailor-made thing that we have. So we are even trying to make sure that in 3 or 4 months, all classes get over and people do appear for exam, and they try to finish the entire program within 6 or 7 months at maximum from a fast track level also. So that's always something which we are working on, and people have been able to see results of it. So, I'm sure like it's going to get more and more better as we progress. Okay. So this is FPSB board fee for the fast track pathway. The earlier chart that we saw here, this is for the regular pathway, and this is for the fast track pathway. Let me repeat again. If you are a fast track candidate, you will be paying all these transactions you will be having with the FPSB board directly, and not with us. You will be paying to FPSB India through your credit card or debit card. Okay, so 5,000, which is for the document verification or the validation fee to be able to be eligible for the fast track program, and 34,000 is the registration plus content. Then FPA, which is the financial plan assessment, is 10,500. Final exam fee is 13,000, and CFP certification which you will get is 10,500. Okay, and again, these are the fees that you will be paying directly to FPSB India. Now, this is what you will be paying to us. This is the transaction. This is the engagement from a commercial angle, which you will have with us in terms of studying this program, in terms of getting this certification, how we are facilitating whatever value that I talked about in terms of what we bring to the table. This is what we have in terms of the virtual learning classes. Enroll with us for all the 4 levels. You can enroll at 60,000. And if you are through e-learning, you can enroll at 45,000. And if you're going for the fast track pathway, you can enroll it for 35,000. And independent of what is the program that you are enrolling, today, as we speak, after the program ends, if you want to enroll, if you are enrolling, you will have to pay just 10,000 rupees to get on board. And obviously, our team will help you in terms of the finance programs or the EMI programs or the the aspect where you can pay that in multiple installments over the next few months period of time. So as we speak today, if you want to avail the offer which we will talk about, you will be paying only 10,000 rupees to get onboarded with us, and then we will take care of the rest of the stuffs. Okay. So candidates who join our regular pathway, which is the virtual batch, we bring an industry first offer wherein your final CFP certification of rupees 10,500 worth will be on us. This is this fee, which the CFP certification 10,500, you have it here in the regular pathway also. So we are talking about it for the regular pathway students on virtual batch. If you are joining with us, then which is this 60,000 program, this the last 10,500 which you will be paying ultimately to the board, that will be on us. We will be taking care of that expense, so you don't have to pay for that. Okay. Okay, so what is it for today? So as we speak, you guys have been patiently hearing for the last 1 hour and 15 minutes in terms of the scope that is available. How is the industry evolving? What are the different opportunities? What are the different career options that you have? And what is the course content? How do we deliver this content? We have seen all that, right? And we have seen the fee aspect, the commercial aspect of it also. Now, over and above all that, as of for today's webinar program, because we always consider these webinar programs as a matter of pride for us. Like, this is like an engagement that we have with the people of this country who are aspiring to become financial advisors or who are aspiring to become someone in this financial space or the financial advisory space. This is an opportunity for us to engage with you all. And this is one small gesture that we always try to extend from time to time in terms of the offers and programs. This is just, you can say that it's an opportunity for us to be able to encourage people to take up the profession, to be able to take up this thing, because as Mr. Chopra said, this decision that you will take is definitely going to be a life-changing decision for you to be able to pursue here. So just to facilitate that thing, just like one small bit of drop from our end as a token of gesture, we are also offering a flat 10% discount if you are enrolling for this program. This is the webinar today. So which if you show interest, our team will get in touch with you guys. And if you enroll today and pay the 10,000, so you will get a 10% flat discount in terms of the fee. And you will also get an exclusive discount on FBSP content fee at each level, which also you will have to be paying at each level when you register for the exams. So you will have a lot of benefits if you enroll it today, especially because of the flat discount and FBSP code content fee, which you will save. We will give you a code which when you enter for the transaction with FBSP India, you will get a discount. It's like your discount code in Myntra, AGO, wherever you have, right? So likewise, you will be transacting on their platform, but we will be giving you a discount code. If you enter the discount code, you will get a discount. Okay. So in total, you are going to be able to be saving almost at about 32K. But as I said, money is not of this thing at this level of a professional certification, because we bring a lot of value from a human essence to be able to facilitate students to do this program. And obviously, the interest-free student loans at 0% interest, which our team will be able to guide you through, which is why you pay just 10,000 now, and the rest will be taken care of through the 0% interest student loans that are available through EMIs that you will be settling. Trust me, I did not need this, but still I took it because I said like, okay, it's just one small processing fee, which was for like 150 or 200 rupees. It was not even 1% of my course fee. And then they said like, sir, you can pay in 6 installments. I did not need it. But still they said, sir, why do you want to not avail it? Just please avail it. So that's the strength of ICOP team that they bring, that they take care of our needs, which I say like we take care of your needs in terms of what we have to do at every level. Okay. So this is the numbers to reach us. And if you show your interest and keenness for the program, obviously our counselors will also get in touch with you. But my personal advice to you guys is like, whatever is your stage of career and whatever is your age or whatever that you are doing currently, personal finance is something which is going to stay in this country. It's got a tremendous amount of scope. It's got a tremendous amount of value that is going to bring in the coming years, because there is going to be a lot of stipulations in terms of the framework. People don't want to have, even I was reading last week, there was a YouTuber based out of Ahmedabad or wherever, like, she was arrested, or her assets got frozen because of unregulated advisory and misleading people about tradings and futures and options and stuff like that, right? So Dheeraj, yeah, you will have to do a yearly renewal fee. That is, but you don't have to write the exam again. But Rajesh, I showed you the sheet, but if you can get in touch with our advisors, like they will be able to tell you in terms of what will be the total fee. Okay, so there is a tremendous amount of scope, and this is an investment that you will be doing on yourself in terms of getting certified at a professional certification level, which is recognized under 27 different countries. Naman, I think the renewal fee is about 10,500. Okay. So, Kanya, is there any questions that you want to take, or the session has been already
A
longer?
couple of questions, so many questions actually in the Q&A session and in the chat box also. Can you please take one or?
Yeah, I can take. Okay, MM. So you are a PMS distributor and a mutual fund distributor. The clash of interest is you can do CFP from your own knowledge enhancement, and you can continue to be the MFT to sell this thing. But to sell the different mutual fund schemes, trust me, there are 40 to 50 different AMCs that we have in this country. Kotak, HDFC, ICICI, Parag Parib, Quant, Nippon, Bandhan, I can keep counting like forever, like 40 different schemes, and each scheme has about 40 or 50 different products. So we are talking about 2,000 different schemes just in mutual fund space. Okay, so if you are a mutual fund distributor also, you should understand what is the right product to pitch and sell for your client depending upon their risk appetite. The CFP program will be able to help you get that knowledge for you internally. Then you can continue your MFT. You don't have to do the, because if you're doing advisory, you cannot sell products. If you're selling products, you cannot do advisory. But to sell the products and to identify what's the right product to a client, you can use this certification as a knowledge point of view, and therein by which your business will automatically increase, right? So there is no clash of interest if you use this for your own knowledge, but to enhance your client engagement. Dheeraj, I am working. Yes, Dheeraj, I think I just answered this question, right? Full-time employee can get 1 year additional experience in financial domain. You will have to do that internship on a remote basis. These days, you can do it on remote basis. You will have to speak to a CFP, do it on remote basis in terms of whatever assistance that you can do to him or her, and do that, right? But you don't have to be going to their office on a daily basis. And depending upon the directory in each of the city across the country, you have CFP. So, like, you can kind of get in touch with someone and do something on the online basis, also remote basis. Ex-student of CFP, I am on the but not study. Okay. Yes. You can join in the fast track MM. Okay. See, Kanaya, there was one person who's before this, like I don't know what is the name, like he's been saying that he's a ex ICOFP. So if some of us can, Ratna, right?
Ratna Dev, yes.
Yeah. So guys, as I said, your individual eligibility criteria, our team is well equipped to be able to answer that. So I would like to take questions which are more generic in nature. I'm sure our counselors will be able to answer, Krishan will be able to answer a lot of these questions about the individual eligibility for the fast track program. Okay. So, Kanya, do we want to take any voice questions, please?
Yes, we can. But before that, we have a couple of questions in the Q&A section also. Manav is asking, sir, I'm a CA aspirant, but I was wondering, will CFP as a standalone designation be able to help me achieve a good career? Would you like to answer this thing?
Wait, what is the question? Because I'm not able to see that.
The first question, Manav is asking, sir, I'm a CA aspirant, but I was wondering, will CFP as a standalone designation be able to help me achieve a good career?
Yeah, of course. Like, in terms of being a CFP, like, it's always a great upskilling tool. Like, you can, even for someone who is already employed in bank, if they are working as just a relationship manager who has to just build the book or build the clientele's investment, this thing, you can become an investment counselor. You might be still earning the same amount of money or even more money without having that direct sale pressure. Obviously, we all enjoy talking to clients, enjoy talking to people, right? That is how we make money. But if you go on to become an investment counselor, a lot of banks like HDFC and all, because I'm a HDFC's private banking group PVG customer myself. So if I have to meet an investment counselor in HDFC, they have the basic condition for investment counselor to be a CFP. So, so CFP, there are a lot of scopes which you have in multiple fields and multiple industries in terms of getting that elevation from a very this level to this level using this certification. Okay. Pranav, so you have to renew it year on year. It is 10,500 only. So you don't have to write any exam, right? So if you don't renew it and then like, if you still want to use the CFP badge, then that's not possible. You provide job placement or practice opportunities once qualified CFP. Kanya, you want to take that question, like in terms of the different initiatives that we have currently for the job placements?
Yes. So yes, we have a tie-up with Bajaj Capital also, and they are open to take the CFP professionals. S strategy is asking, do you provide job placement? Yes, we provide a guaranteed placement once you complete your CFP. So with a minimum package of 6 lakh rupees, that's for the fresher. And if you are an experienced person, then you will final your in the interview thing.
But we also do provide a lot of job assistance in terms of like, how to structure your this thing and how to structure your CV, and depending upon the city or the state where you are, what is the kind of future opportunities and where are the possible places that you can look at. Obviously, we are completely integrated with Bajaj Capital, so you always have that opportunity as a first up in Bajaj Capital. But beyond that, also, I'm saying.
Yes. So, I mean, once you join the program, I personally get every job placement requirement from different companies on every alternate days, and we circulate it once you pass your CFP and you join in your uh, CFP level 2 wala group. We will circulate the openings with different companies, and you can go for the interviews. So from
No. Rajesh Kumar, no. I'm myself a Tamil speaking person, but we don't have the Tamil based adilla now, because we need to have more people to be able to afford a complete batch of 25 or 30 people, right? So language, we do classes in English completely. So, but when you get mentors like me, then you can obviously talk to them in your language, as long as they understand your language. Strategy, this CFP is not a SEBI RA is different. SEBI RA's conditions are different. You have, and it's got a lot of restrictions, which is why I think in coming days it is going to change. But I don't see a big challenge on that, because as long as you and your client have an understanding in terms of the services for which you are getting paid basis your advisory, no one is going to stop you, right? So, but to answer your question specifically, CFP qualified is not a SEBI RIA license. RIA, which is the registered investment advisory, is a different thing. And RIAs are only, if CFP is 3,200 or 3,300, I think RIA is even less than 2,000. So, because even I wanted to become an RIA, then I said there's no point, because there are a lot of things which I have to go and change, which happened 20 years before in my life, like postgraduate in a finance-based thing and stuffs like that, or a BFSA, this thing, which I don't have, but I still continue to advise people, because it's an understanding of what you have with the clients, that what's the advisory you give and what's the recognition or the remuneration that you're getting paid for it, right? So to answer your question, this is not RIA, but it doesn't restrict, is what I feel.
all right,
Okay.
the two raised hand I can see. Yes.
Yeah, Mahit Kanu.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself. You can ask your question.
Yeah, I already put on the chat box. I am a PG in sales and marketing. I also was spent 12 years in investment banking, right? That's my own company. Now, I would like to know whether this experience would be matching for getting this year.
Yes,
Yes.
so the education wise, you are anyway qualified because the PG earlier it was only the MBA finance, but now any person who have completed graduation in any stream are eligible with the experience, minimum 3 years of work experience in BFSI. So I believe you are eligible for the fast track. But anyway,
you.
at a safer side, you please share your resume with us. We will take a soft check from the board, and once they confirm, we will ask you to take the enrollment.
Sure, sure. So just let me know your email ID.
I'll just write in the chat box. Kisan, if you can write your email ID in the
Sure.
chat box.
Sure.
This is kisanji@icofp.org. Yes, Umeshji, you can ask your question.
Sir, it is good to know because I am listening this program since last 3 to 4 months continuously on every Saturday or many Saturday. Already I am enrolled in for CFP. I am registered for examination through the FPA board from another faculty, but I will not disclose the name. But since it started from July end, and many times I get difficulty because I'm basically a retired medical officer. I'm staying in Mumbai and I'm not having any commerce graduation background. All terminology is new to me. I have to study a lot.
This is same. I mean, what we have done
But
is.
Umesh ji, is your question complete? You are saying that you are finding it difficult because of you're not from this background and you have to learn a lot of new terms. Is there anything more that you want to add, or
Yes,
is your
yes,
question?
yes, yes, sir. थोड़ा मतलब मैं आपका 2 ही मिनट लूंगा, ज्यादा नहीं लूंगा, बिकॉज ना सर एक मैं जब रिटायर हो गया तब मुझे पता चला कि जो हमें जो एन्यूमरेशन जो भी हमें बेनिफिट मिलते हैं वो कहाँ लगाना है, उसका क्या करना है, कुछ नहीं। और मैंने मेरे कलीग को भी पूछा जो मेरे सीनियर है, जो मेरे क्या कहते हैं कि वेल विशर्स है, nobody know, there was no one to guide me. So I found it is a gap. जैसे दो आई एम मेडिकल ऑफिसर, अभी मेडिकल प्रैक्टिस सब तो करते हैं सर, हॉस्पिटल डिस्पेंसरी सब जगह है, तो व्हाई नॉट आई स्टडी माई सेल्फ CFP। क्योंकि ना मेरी बेटी, मेरे दामाद, मेरे दो बेटी और दामाद तो दोनों CA है, बेटी और जो जो दूसरे जो भाई की बेटी है वो भी कॉमर्स ग्रेजुएट है, उनको भी मैंने पीछे पढ़ा सबके कि आप पढ़ो और मुझे हेल्प करो, लेकिन किसी ने हेल्प नहीं की। तो अल्टीमेटली इट कम टू मी, मैं खुद पढ़ता हूँ, तो मैंने एडमिशन तो लिया उसमें और मेरे सवाल ज्यादा है और मैं परसू भी करता हूँ, तो लेकिन आई वॉज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद देम। सो इज इट ओके दैट आई कैन ज्वाइन यू साइमल्टेनियसली? और दूसरी बात सर, जो भी अभी जैसे आपने बताया कि यू आर हैविंग रिपीटेड मॉक टेस्ट एंड ऑल स्टडी मटेरियल विल बी गिवन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट 6 मॉड्यूल्स।
यस सर।
तो
उमेश जी, यदि आपने कुछ एग्जाम के लिए उधर अपीयरिंग नहीं किया है अब तक, तो फिर मतलब आप मतलब इधर आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हो, ठीक है।
मैं एग्जाम के लिए रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं किया है सर, मैं सिर्फ FPFBS में रजिस्ट्रेशन हुआ है। और
हाँ, तो फिर वो
है
शायद NOC का जरूरत होगी, पता नहीं कने वो NOC का जरूरत होती है क्या कृष्ण? लाइक इफ दे हैव डन द FPSP
No
registration,
requirement. He can join the EP now with us.
ओके, ही कैन ज्वाइन विद अस। सर, आप
Yes.
हमारे साथ ऑन बोर्ड कर सकते हैं, बट उमेश जी आप एक चीज ध्यान रखिएगा, मैं बात करते वक्त भी ये चीज बोला था, ये प्रोफेशनल सर्टिफिकेशन है, स्टूडेंट को भी अपनी तरफ से एक मेहनत की जरूरत होती है। मैंने बोला आपको कि 30% तक भी यदि स्टूडेंट आता है तो फिर हम उसको 100% तक हम खुद ले चलेंगे, बट द थिंग हियर इज यू विल बी एनकरेज, मतलब आपको जहां जहां थोड़ा सा मतलब वो चीजें समझने की जो परेशानी या दिक्कतें या मतलब वो हो रही है ना, वो सब आपको क्लियर किया जाएगा। मगर आपकी तरफ से जो जितना आप कह रहे हो, आपको मतलब आपको सुनते हुए मेरे को लगता है कि मतलब आप बहुत मेहनत करने वाले हैं, तो आप मतलब आप अपने मेहनत और वो जो एटीट्यूड को ऐसे मेंटेन करते रहेंगे तो फिर मतलब we'll be able to definitely create a difference in terms of making your education journey favorable to you.
सर अभी अभी कंडीशन क्या है ना कि मेरा फरवरी 20 को एग्जाम में अपेयर होने वाला था, लेकिन एक महीना मेरा वेस्ट गया क्योंकि मैं बेटी के घर गया था, तो मैं पढ़ नहीं सका। अभी आई एम प्लानिंग, टेंटेटिवली प्लानिंग टू अपेयर इन मार्च 20। अब मैं पढ़ाई तो चालू किया, लेकिन अभी मुझे ना जो भी डिफिकल्टी आती है तो मैं सर चैट जीपीटी और यूट्यूब के वीडियो से पढ़ता हूँ, जो भी मेरे क्वेरीज है बेसिकली। तो फिर मेरी बेटी ने मुझे कहा कि रादर देन आस्किंग सम नॉन स्पेसिफिक पर्सन, बेटर यू ज्वाइन some good institution which will you help you.
Yes, sir, definitely. That's a good advice that she has given you. So please get in touch with Krishan. He will help you in terms of getting on board. March nahi hai to April bhi, because end of the day we don't want to rush the exam appearing thing, right?
I
Because
want, see, basically in some, I am getting pension financially, it is not need bread and butter for me. I
मैं
want,
वो समझ गया हूँ। आप मतलब आपकी तरफ की स्थिति में भी मैंने
Excuse me,
भी
Vivek
CFP
sir.
पढ़ा था, वो
Vivek sir,
चैलेंज
we
नहीं है।
can arrange a separate call with sir.
हाँ, वो उमेश जी के पास एक वो कॉल आप लोग
Yeah,
अरेंज
after the
कीजिएगा।
webinar, we can
हाँ,
connect with
okay,
him,
okay,
sir.
sorry,
Yes.
you can continue, sorry.
yeah. Yes, of course, Chatterjee, you can practice as a CFP. Like, you know, how many, like, do you see like all the financial advisors across Pan India? RIA is a registered this thing, but if you are a CFP, it becomes you qualified to be able to advise people with responsibility. That's what, and it's between you and the client. If the client is insisting that you have to be, no one can stop you advising clients because it's between you and the client. That's a financial advisory space that you have. Okay, so don't confuse with the different aspects of the regulatory.
ஹலோ
Yes,
சார்,
Rajesh.
ராஜேஷ்குமார் வெங்கடேசன் சார் என் பேரு.
Yeah, Rajesh.
சார், 1 minute, I have doubt. I can speak in Tamil.
Yeah, you ask the question, but if it's a okay, anyway, நீங்க கேளுங்க.
சார், இப்போ நான் வந்து இன்ஜினியரிங் முடிச்சிருக்கேன்.
Hmm.
ஓகே, ரைட் நோ ஆல்ரெடி ஐ வாஸ் ஒர்க்டு வித் எல்ஐசி எஸ் இன்சூரன்ஸ் ஏஜென்ட் ஃபார் 3 years ஃப்ரம்
சரி.
2020 to 23.
Hmm.
இப்போ இது படிச்சா எனக்கு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா இருக்குமா சார்? அது ஃபாஸ்ட்
நீங்க
ட்ராக்
இப்ப என்ன
எடுக்கணுமா?
வேலை பாக்குறீங்க?
இப்போ நான் வந்து ஐடி கம்பெனில ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
See, if you are coming from a different industry to this, obviously you will get a break-in, but you will be treated as a fresher only, Rajesh, independent of your age. So, உங்களுக்கு CTC to CTC matching வந்து இப்போ அவர் as they said about like that 6 lakh rupees ballpark for the freshers, right? So, since
இல்ல
you are, huh?
நோ நோ, ஐ எம் நாட் ஆஸ்கிங் தட் சார். ஆக்சுவலி என்ன கேட்குறேன்னா, நான் இப்போ வந்து ஃபினான்ஷியலா ஹெல்ப் பண்ணலான்றதுக்காக தான் நான் இன்சூரன்ஸ் ஏஜென்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணேன். அப்புறம் என்ன எக்ஸாமும் இப்போ எழுதியிருந்தேன் ஒரு 5 months பேக். ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ சிஎஃப்பி பண்ணுன்றது தான் என்னோட ஐடியா. இப்போ எனக்கு ஃபாஸ்ட் ட்ராக் கோர்ஸ் எலிஜிபிள் வருமா, இல்ல நார்மல் கோர்ஸ் எலிஜிபிள் வருமா?
நீங்க அது
இது எனக்கு
உங்களுக்கு
ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா
சொல்லுவாங்க
இருக்கும்
இல்லையா
இல்லையா?
ராஜேஷ், I told you, right? Like you get in touch with our advisors, they can even take a soft approval from the board to be able to tell you in a manner that நீங்க whether you are eligible for the fast track or not. So நீங்க உங்க உங்க நம்பரையும் நேமும் அந்த இதுல சாட்ல போட்டீங்கன்னா this Christian's team will get in touch with you. உங்களுக்கு அந்த சாஃப்ட் அப்ரூவல் ரேஞ்ச் வரைக்குமே அவங்க சொல்லிடுவாங்க whether you are eligible for fast track or not.
ஓகே ஓகே, ஷுவர் சார், ஷுவர் ஷுவர். ஓகே
Krishan, please
ஓகே
take
சார்.
a note of Rajesh's requirement. You know, we can kind of get a soft approval like what. Yeah, Krishan has put in his email, so
So you
please
can
do
send
send
me
your.
your updated resume sir, on my email ID.
ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே, ஷுவர் சார்.
உங்களுக்கு அதை அவங்க
Thank
கரெக்டா
you.
சொல்லிடுவாங்க ராஜேஷ். They will not be able to any gaps in that. So they அவங்க உங்களுக்கு செக் பண்ணி சொல்லுவாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் you make a decision in terms of like you know how to go about that. Okay.
Okay sir, okay.
You
Thank
can
you.
unmute yourself.
Yeah.
You can
Dheeraj
ask.
Pafna.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, myself, Dheeraj Bhavna. Sir, I'm a master's in economics, and sir, currently, sir, I'm working as a sub-broker with NJ Financial Services as a mutual fund distributor. And simultaneously working in my retail family business, which is not connected with financial planning and all. So my only question was like, I cannot leave my retail family business because of some constraints over say next 10 period of year, 10 years of time. So, how feasible it will be for me to do CFP, in the sense that I don't have that free hand to go and pursue that financial planning thing all in, like go all out and do that financial plan. So
See,
that
Dheeraj,
was
I'll tell you what, Dheeraj. I think, see, you have to first get one sense of understanding that Indian market sentiments, 70 to 80% of financial planning is product centric, no, Dheeraj. If
okay.
someone comes and sits in front of you, they say, sir, in 10 years, I want to marry off my kid at 50 lakh rupees of expense. Can you please tell me what is the product on which I have to start to do an SIP?
Okay.
Someone says that I want to send my son for a 2 crore education
Yeah.
program to USA. Sir, I can allocate 1 lakh rupees every month. So what should be the product where I have to do SIP? And they say like, sir, gold is a very good asset class. I want to participate in the gold rally. So SGB is also discontinued now. Whether which gold mutual fund I should do, whether ICICI multi-asset fund I should do, or whether I should do in gold ETF. If you see all these questions, somewhere they align to be product centric as of now. So the level in terms of the financial planning, like what you have in the US and all, we will take another 5 to 7 years to be able to reach there. So if you are in a family business, if you are already into distribution, your horizon will expand because you will be ahead of your co-distributors, Dheeraj. Because that's what I always tell a lot of MFDs, that if you are taking CFP's route, or if you're certifying yourself and upskilling yourself, you're getting ahead of your competition, because you are going to be able to advise your clients on product centric details in a much more better manner. That is what CFP is going to facilitate to you.
So why I asked you this question is, so recently, like I'm a mutual fund distributor, I wish to go for the health insurance and life insurance. So there was a complete no from my family end due to my family business liabilities. So they tell you cannot venture out in the insurance thing. But if I do this CFP, then I do this insurance certification also. I need to do it, or I can
No,
practice.
insurance, Dheeraj, you need the certification, but this course will again help you the amount of need of insurance. Like, for example, if there is someone who is 30 years old, how much insurance he or she should take for protecting their family depending upon their
So
requirements and stuff.
I need not appear for that exam. I need not fully
You
practice
should.
insurance.
You, for insurance, with regards to IRDA to sell their products, you will have some example.
What my question is कि मुझे इंश्योरेंस मेरे को अगर इंश्योरेंस नहीं देना एग्जाम, बट मैं एज अ CFP होल्डर मैं इनको ऊपर से एडवाइजरी दे सकता हूँ ना, बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू इंश्योरेंस फुल टाइम, बिकॉज देयर आर सम
नहीं, आप दे सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, क्या दिक्कत है? आप उसको मतलब ढंग से अच्छे से समझ के, मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाह रहा हूँ, यदि कुछ उनके IRD की तरफ से उनके कुछ प्रोडक्ट बेचने के लिए आपकी सर्टिफिकेशन के लिए वो रिक्वायरमेंट अलग से है, तो ये CFP से परिपूर्ण नहीं होगा। मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाह रहा हूँ।
I got that point. I got that point that IRDA certification is necessary for selling insurance.
Yeah.
But practitioners say I need not appear for that exam.
No, don't. For practice, this is what I've been telling to Chatterjee also, in terms of like, when you are, it is between you and the client. If you are able to analyze the client, if you are able to analyze the insurance needs, how to calculate the human life value, what to do the need-based analysis in terms of considering loan, marriage, education of their kids and retirement planning and stuff like that. If you are able to analyze that, and if you are able to suggest to the client, the products are available in thousands. You are an advisor and you are just doing your advisory, and if you want to couple it with the products, it's you are expanding your knowledge. So it is between you and your client. The CFP certification will enable you to advise on all the aspects in a very much more structured manner, which is why I'm a big proponent, or recommendation which I do always for CFP to people I know, is because it puts you in a good position to be able to understand the client requirements and to be able to advise them correctly.
Okay, sir. Okay. Answer one last question. So for some or the other reason, if I'm not able to renew my CFP license, next year can I renew it again?
मतलब वो एक साल वो कुछ वो प्रोग्राम रखते हैं यार, बट मेरे हिसाब से साल का 10
मेरे को फिर से एग्जाम देना पड़ेगा फिर से?
नहीं, एग्जाम नहीं देना पड़ेगा। आप बहुत लंबी गैप छोड़ देते तो शायद 5 साल तक का गैप कुछ छोड़ते तो शायद वो एग्जाम दोबारा देना होगा, और वो भी मेरे को एग्जैक्ट कंडीशन नहीं पता है, बट तो एक बार हमारे टीम से पता कर लो। बट साल का 10,000 देने में क्या दिक्कत है यार?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No worries, sir. No worries. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Siddharth.
Hi,
Yeah, hi.
I am basically banker. I worked 9 years in SBI, then 16 years with Axis Bank, then 3-4 years with AU and CSV Bank. Now, due to health issue, I came to my native place. I have settled here and working as a mutual fund distributor.
Okay.
So, can I eligible for fast track?
Sir, are you also a postgraduate degree holder?
No.
तो देन
Graduate?
सर वो नहीं, इसलिए आप अपना, वो क्रिश्चियन ने ईमेल आईडी बताया है ग्रुप में, आप अपना सीवी एक बार उधर उनको मेल कीजिएगा, वो फिर आपको एक बार चेक करके बता देगा कि एग्जैक्टली ये स्पेसिफिक 1-to-1 हर कैंडिडेट की वो जो एलिजिबिलिटी के बारे में वो इंडिविजुअली चेक करना अच्छा होता है ना। मैं मतलब अभी ऐसे इसमें नहीं कह पाऊंगा आपका वो पूरा सीवी देख के बिना, तो वो आप ईमेल कीजिएगा उनको। कृष्ण का अपना ईमेल आईडी बताया है ग्रुप में, अब फिर से बताया krishan@icofp.org. Please email your CV to him. He will be, and he can, someone from his team or himself, he will get in touch with you on phone also and guide you 1-to-1 basis in terms of the eligibility.
Okay.
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 Yes, MP, there is a this thing tie-up which they have done with the Australian thing, but further details you might have to read in the website only, because I am not exactly aware of the finer details, so I don't want to tell you something which I am not completely sure about. Yes, MA, yes. Okay, Kanaya, so is that all?
Yes. Vibhu sir, I believe it's time to wind up because we have.
Yes, I believe so too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's always a pleasure to talk to you all. Thank you, Kanaya. Thank you, Krishan. You guys do a great job as always. I've been always seeing this, and thank you all for a very patient attendance in terms of the time that you have taken to hear to us. We look forward to have you all on board as soon as possible. Krishan and his team will get in touch with you. So let's get us enrolled and get going. Okay?
Thank you so much, sir.
So thank you
Thanks,
so much,
everyone.
sir, and thank you so much, everyone. If you have any query, this is the number 9711 43 777 9. You can call on this number, and my team is there. They can help you, guide you with all the required details. Thank you so much. Signing off.